Hello and welcome to today's Web News, where we'll be taking a look at some of the stories making the online headlines. Coming up on today's show, a week of unrest in Bosnia. The Hipsters movement, the self-described hipsters in hijabs. And 4 Americans in a pretty impressive juggling display. Bosnia has been rocked by unrest for the past week. There have been unprecedented rallies across the country, with demonstrators protesting against unemployment and poverty in Bosnia, and the government's perceived inability to do anything to improve the situation. Social networkers have been sharing accounts online, attesting to the building tensions. They've been posting under the Bosnia Spring hashtag in reference to the Arab Spring revolutions, circulating amateur pictures and footage illustrating, amongst other things, how recent protests have descended into violent clashes with police. Groups of protesters also stormed and ransacked government buildings in various Bosnian cities over the weekend to vent their anger. And demonstrators are now trying to convince the police to join them. This woman was filmed in Sarajevo on Sunday, begging riot police officers deployed to the Bosnian capital to join the protest movement. The video appears to be proving inspirational to Bosnian web users, as it's racked up over 21,000 views in just a few days. And citizens are also using the web to openly voice their demands. In Prijedor, for example, a growing number of government opponents have been taking to Facebook, sharing their hopes and expectations for the future. There are all manner of posts, but they're dominated by fighting corruption and the measures to be taken to get the Bosnian economy back on its feet. They describe themselves as Muslim hipster women, and their Hipsters movement has been making waves online. Social networks are abuzz with pictures of Muslim women who coordinate their hijab, the Islamic veil, with colourful and trendy outfits. The Hipsters trend became something of a talking point after this video was released online. Entitled Somewhere in America, it features young women across the US having fun, skateboarding in high heels to the sounds of Jay-Z. The clip's intended to challenge the stereotypes surrounding the Islamic veil, often associated with oppression, and to show stylish, edgy and fun-loving women can also practice the Muslim faith. Hipsters share a common philosophy and describe themselves as at the forefront of the latest music, fashion, art, whilst continuing to seek inspiration from the sacred texts of Islam. This is what's written on the Facebook page for American Hipsters, where members share information and news about the Muslim world, for example, and also women's rights. And the movement's not all about feminism and activism. There's also a Hipsters dating site for Muslim men and women the world over. The Hipster Shadi platform went live back in autumn, and its creators hope it will help connect open-minded people who enjoy learning about the Muslim culture just as much as they like cooking, discussing art or fashion, and so on. Web users from Iran have been posting under the Free Iranian Soldiers hashtag in support of the 5 Iranian soldiers kidnapped by a rebel group on Friday near the Iran-Pakistan border. They've been sharing their fears for the soldiers' safety and urging the abductors to free them. Web users are also calling on the international community to take urgent action to secure their release. This infographic, put together by NGO Sustainable America, tells us that Americans buy some 3 billion loaves of bread each year, but 25% of them end up in the trash. Fortunately, it also provides a list of 10 things you can do with stale bread and thus avoid waste. You can use it in recipes, cutting it up and making it into croutons, for example, or you can also put dry bread in the fridge, as it helps absorb moisture and keep vegetables fresh. London's Tate Britain is set to have robots roaming around at night. 3 artists won a new digital arts prize offered by the prestigious gallery and received a budget to turn their plans into reality. They want to put robots, complete with cameras and lighting, into the museum, robots that people will be able to control from the comfort of their own homes, giving them unique after-hours access to exhibits and the ability to zoom in on the works they choose. The project's called After Dark and is set to be completed by summer. This video features 4 Americans in a pretty impressive juggling display. The clip's called Carpool Lane and features the pros showcasing their amazing talent with one stunning trick after another. And you can check out their performance in its entirety on Tom Garzadellan's Vimeo account.